economically challenged students. Okay, so the NGO partners actually run, and there is where all our employees also English, mathematics, computer, and so on. Okay, so there's a focus on computer literacy in every community that we also focus on fitness. There are programs, counseling, especially for child, and then on hygiene and fitness. There are also a lot of activities around art, music, all done by employees. Obviously, other initiatives like infrastructure, libraries, computer rooms, having computer facilities, science lab, building toilets, on sanitation. Other major activities that Prayas Foundation is involved in is creating the whole skill-based intervention. Now, the whole idea is that we start with young students. Maybe they are in fourth, fifth standard, and then have programs continuously. And then when they complete their matric, they get into 12th standard, and then beyond. How we can have an end-to-end progress. At the end of the day, somewhere we have to help them to get jobs in the industry. So the whole idea is about providing domain skills, computer skills training. We've got almost 5,000 people trained like this, and then I think almost 50% of them have found jobs in various companies, including our own company. So these are skills in IT, ITES, retail, logistics, and then so on and so forth. Another key intervention that we are really proud of running under the SPRS Foundation is known as MDRI. Now, this is actually a stem cell registry. Now, worldwide, these registries are not very common. A lot of people are enrolled in this. In India, this is the only one. Very, very few people are registered. So, if there's someone with a blood cancer or the bone marrow transplant can only happen with someone who can match the stem cells. There is a procedure for this, but in India, the registry is very important. We partnered with MDRI, and then around 7,500 people from across India are voluntary members to this registry, which is the largest in obviously, the key to our program is not just doing the CSR in terms of testing that we do, but also provide whole engagement platform for our employees. Very, very important for an engaged employee to be part of this. And then there is a fulfillment back to the society. So this is very key. Almost 3,000 people are actively involved in our volunteer engagement program. Obviously, because we work with very young children, there is a process of certifying the volunteer do's and don'ts and various things. So we are very proud of this. A lot of our people look forward to. Obviously, during this time, it's very difficult for us to do these. Pre-COVID, large number of our employees participated in CSR. Obviously, it's a challenging time, and then during this challenging time, we are able to obviously, like most of the organization in our space, contributed to the PM Care Fund, CM Relief Fund, to take relief directly to the people. But we also work with our partners, like all the centers, all the communities that we are really involved in. We are able to do rapid ration relief to all the families, and these families, these communities are very close to our center campuses. Also, in terms of skills development program that didn't stop. We did a revised curriculum, provided we helped with our partners to provide learning tools for our children, and then trained our trainers and teachers for this new normal, right? We're not going to come back very soon. We still need to continue to grow. So we were able to create virtual classrooms across our schools. Um, as we go on, I think there are a lot that's going to be a huge amount of challenge for running the CSR programs, and I think we have to completely change the way we are engaging with people. It's not going to be easy. The whole paradigm has shifted. I think there's going to be huge focus, and companies like us to focus on how we find solutions, reaching, getting the accessibility, the digital accessibility to communities that we are in. So we're looking for solutions around the internet connectivity to marginalized communities. Maybe looking at how we can distribute tabs and have our programs and that and variety of things. Obviously, a lot of focus will be on health, hygiene, and sanitation. So these are some of the priority areas for us in coming days to work with our community. Obviously, the learning content that we are doing today will have to go through a change. Probably will have to also go back to basic in terms of providing books and then things, providing books and those kind of accessories to take the monotony of digital learning, right? Not just digital. And huge amount of, I think, counseling programs want to do. Obviously, a lot of those good stuff, art and music and those kind of activities which we are doing, we want to take it all across, spreading smarts. In the skilling program, again, the job situation in the country is going to go through huge distress, as we all know. So how do we change our program to cater to what is needed now for the industry? Right? What are those skills? What are those capabilities that we can train and then we can create jobs for the community members. So these are some of the challenges I think we have to face and we have to manage in the coming. So I will stop here, folks. Thank you so much.
Sir, you can put up the thank you, sir. Thank you very much. So, uh, two questions from the chat window. One, can you explain little more insight on how employers and the initiative of support can help the education institution, right? With majorly the engineering and arts. How can what difference can we do in terms of this initiative? What is one?
Okay. I think as part of a skills program, right, where we look at post graduating or after 12 standard, we impart skills which can then be utilized by the industry, can provide them with the entry level jobs. I think those are some of the things that can be worked out in coordination with the education institutions.
Right. So, we are speaking about the learning, technology learning software. So, is there any possibility of making that learning available to the students of colleges? How we have to approach?
See, right now, I think when you look at engineering college, I think we're talking about a very different segment of people. What we are looking at the community, the marginalized society, right? These are people who are probably college graduates, right, or 12 standard pass out. So that's the community we want to impact. Because on their own, they they will not be able to find jobs, right? But the supplementary skills program that we run, for example, when we do computer literacy program and maybe data entry, people who otherwise will not be able to get access to. So you find free time, yes, of course, you can work.
Definitely. So as you rightly said, Saturdays and Sundays is what it meant for the corporates to go and to give back to the society. So definitely you can help. So this is out of the context. There is one question common. Since you represent the HR also, this question you will be already having that. Right? What will have be the recruitment trend? Because apart from the CSR, right, you are also getting the HR. How the recruitment will be in future and any any technology or any position which the students have to get themselves prepared in order to get a good job post COVID. This is out of this thing since you are getting an
No, I expected this because this question is always there, right? Folks, you have been part of our program. We always ran a slightly different program when it came to campus recruitment, and our thing was that we'll not go to our campus, but we will open it up for everyone to participate, and that way, we will get talent all across, not only focusing on one college or two colleges, right? So, I think one big change that will happen. Obviously, right now the situation is pretty tense because a lot of our customers, their businesses have got disrupted. But I think as we go on, right, this will also push huge amount of outsourcing, huge amount of digital transformation activity. So the demand will start maybe closer to the end of the year or next year. But when that happens, now we know new normal, right? The era of bringing everybody to our campus may be over, right? We will have a lot of flexible workforce working across the country. I think that really opens up opportunity for people in small countries, right? In fact, it will be easier for people to work maybe from those places and not travel all the way to Chennai, Mumbai, Pune. To work. So I think we as an organization and corporate will have a larger reach to the talent that are available all across and not just that I think would be a new paradigm shift. Will get a lot of people, especially one of the things that we grappled with and then that's why we kind of changed our policy such that we will only get people in and around Chennai or in and around Tirunelveli. Because after 2 years, we realized that people actually start leaving, especially women employees, right? 2 years and 3 years, they start leaving and going back to their hometowns. That and we miss out on that talent, right? Maybe after 3 years, 4 years, they quit their jobs because they're not able to find those opportunities. I think we'll be able to get employment for this segment of people. I think that's a huge positive that's going to come out of the COVID situation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your time. We will move off.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much
for your time. And, thank you. So if there is any questions, if you are there, I will ask at the end.
Okay, I'll be glad. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So thank you, audience. So without further delay, may I request Mr. Jaskaran Singh to come. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Good morning again. Welcome you all. I also take this opportunity to welcome Mr. Satish Kumar Pandey, who will be our next speaker after Mr. Jaskaran Singh for this ICT Academy Skycampus Digital Knowledge Series. So a few introduction about Mr. Jaskaran. He is an experienced corporate manager with a demonstrated history of working in the power industry, skilled with administrative capability, business planning, facility management, and asset management, and corporate affairs, and also in the CSR. So prior to NAPA, he worked with organizations like Berkeley Limited, Tata Realty and Infrastructure Limited in various leading firms. So with this introduction, let me welcome Mr. Jaskaran Singh for sharing his thoughts on the building a sustainable future. Over to you, Mr.
Thank you very much. I hope I'm audible.
You are audible and your video is clear, sir. You can just give a presentation. Just share your presentation.
Thank you very much. I'll just give you my brief introduction. My name is Jaskaran and I am head administrative corporate in CSR for Nava Power, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of L&T. L&T Group doesn't need any introduction, but I'll give you some introduction about Nava Power. Nava Power is a 1400 megawatt wind-based thermal plant based in the heart of Patiala. It's for 30 kilometers from Patiala, and it is a history of about 4,000 crore annual turnover of about 4,000 crore a year. The plant was set up in 2009, got commissioned in 2014. You'll be surprised it has delivered an electricity worth about 25,000 crores to the state government. And this is the only plant which is being operated by L&T. Otherwise, L&T Power is in the manufacturing of the plant design and the plants that they operate. So coming back to the full business of the CSR, is it visible? Sir,
your presentation is not visible, sir. Can you just open your presentation and then?
It is open. It's on the screen.
So you just open your presentation and click on turn screen share on.
Yeah, that's what I've done.
And in the application window, there will be an option called share. So I think yes, left the room. We'll wait for a minute for him to join. So request the audience to wait for a minute. Let's wait for Mr. Jaskaran to join. He join. Good morning, sir. So,
Sorry, I think I was disconnected in between.
yes, sir, yes, sir. So, you can just turn screen.
And I'm trying to put it on, but it's not visible. Nonetheless, I think let's not anyways.
So, meanwhile, if there is an option to share it, or you can without presentation also if you are okay.
Okay, let me continue with that.
Thank you.
So, my Nava Power CSR activity mainly is not governed by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, it's mainly governed by the Ministry of Environment and Forest because thermal plants are very situated in a red zone industry. So there is a fixed amount that we have to spend without even looking at that. Nonetheless, if it is more than 2%, then we spend that amount, which we are yet to reach. But the approximate budget that we spend every year, which has been governed by State Environment and Forest, is about 5 crores a year. These 5 crores, let me tell you, because Punjab is primarily an agricultural-based state, it doesn't have much of an industry. This amount of 5 crores yearly contributes to about 11% of state CSR budget, which alone Nava Power does. The core businesses that Nava Power looks into is the rural development, the women empowerment, health and sanitation, education. These are the main businesses where the Nava Power focuses on. Now, just taking into rural development, by policy, we do not like to interfere in the government-run schemes which are there. We keep ourselves separate from there. Like if there are highways to be done, so the roads, if there are highways which are to be taken care of, we just get connected to the villages. So the guidelines tell me is to take care of the 49 villages which are around me in the radius of 5 kilometers, which constitutes to about 8,800 families, 46,000 people. My CSR is primarily focused on that. Having said that, there is no restriction as such. You can go beyond the boundaries if you do. So up till now, I just tell you that in the last 8 years, Napa Power in India has constructed 25 kilometers of roads, concrete road. We don't go for the black surface top roads because they are and then all the time we have to repair those. So these are concrete roads which have a life of maybe about 40 years. Once it is done, it's complete. It costs, but yes. Second most important focus on our CSR activity is the health and education. Health, by and large in Punjab, is fairly decent, but still some villages do require. So we have set up laboratories which have cost X-rays and such facilities which are available. The major focus has been on women empowerment and
So, I think there is again a connectivity issue from the speaker. So, we'll wait for a minute for him to join. Give me a minute, I will check with the speaker. Small connectivity issues, so he will be joining in 2 minutes. So, I request you to kindly join, wait for 2 minutes. So, meanwhile, I also request Pratish Kumar Pandey sir to be be on mute and be on video off. We will be having you next to Mr. Jaskaran.
Am I there?
Good morning, Pratish Kumar sir. This is Saravana.
Good morning, good morning.
Yeah, so we will wait for 2 more minutes. Let me Mr. Jaskar Singh complete his presentation. Then we will have your.
Yeah, I was trying to listen to him. That's
Yeah,
all.
yeah. Okay,
This
sir.
is very-
Yeah. So I am keeping your video and audio mute. So I will call you once Mr. Jaskar has completed.
Okay, please mute on.
Yeah, there is some connectivity issue, so he will try to join. So if he is taking lead, I will invite you and you can.
So shall I disconnect now?
No. You can be online. I will make your video and audio go on.
Is my voice is clear now?
Yeah, but your video is turned, sir.
I have to keep it like this?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Most respectable company through corporate social responsibility. Also, creating long-term CSR and sustainability strategy for the group company as a whole. And he is a passionate profession. He is a learning leadership, and he also is interested in anticipating lot of innovation and believes equity is not equality. And overall, apart from his professional experience, he is also a avid runner. So, on behalf of ICT Academy and the entire educator community, I welcome you all, sir, for this session. So, I request you to start your talk for this.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, and thank you more than thousand learned, equally learned professionals, those who are listening to all of us. Can you just use my PPT at your end?
Yeah, I will share your presentation.
Yeah, please share. And in the meantime, I must tell everyone, all the CSR professionals, development professionals across the globe, especially in India, those who are fighting out to flatten the COVID-19 curve. And thank you so much for all of your good words. So today on my topic, I'll be covering what the ACC and CSR arm called ACC Trust is doing, and that too on a digital platform. And in this pandemic time of last 3 months, 2.5, 3 months, what we have seen, any CSR or development projects, all of them has come to a standstill. except for the projects which were digitally managed, digitally maintained, and digitally been run. You talk to any of the corporate, talk to any of the NGOs, all their work has stopped, which was meant for a poorest of the poor, which was meant for the underprivileged, and only those are being run today if they are digitally on some kind of platform. So every year on SSC Trust we reach out 500,000 beneficiaries in India. I mean, are most Indian. I'll not call them beneficiaries. There are project partners, and you're targeting and aiming towards 1,000,000 by 2020. Can I go to the second slide, the programmatic slide? So in these slides, I'm only covering only those who are. Can you move to the second slide, please? Yeah, thank you. In this slide, I'm only taking you through the projects program which are running digitally, and I'll cite some of the examples how it is run today. So across India in 19 different locations, ACC has its own livelihood centers. Our oldest livelihood center has started in 1962, SMTI, Kaimur in Katni district of Madhya Pradesh. And today we have more than total 19, and all of them are running partially, not fully. Partially, what I'm saying, of the courses that was run inside, those were on digital platforms are running. And the courses where we wanted human interface, where the trainees has to come every day to the project, DISA centers, has been stopped. That's the big impact that we have got. So some of the program I must tell you, ACC Trust and ACC and HP, the Hewlett Packard company, has signed MOU 5 years back. Started creating smart buses. Smart buses are called these buses has more than servers. It is with small backup. It has a 69-inch LCD, and it can run training inside and outside different LCD system. And it has NSCC certified courses inside the screen, NCRT curriculum, inside those India. It has enough stuff for the farmers to train and messaging and us to be trained and we have 6 of those wow things across India, just like they also without any stoppages. The only thing is instead of using 24 for 24 trainings, we release by half every alternate and outside one creating social distances by creating the snaps and chairs where farmers and others are sitting apart and just get marks and all other things. And they are being trained how to go from that current system to just sitting and crossing here. And in this program, where already covered more than 10,000 farmers in crossing. This was because of the installation of pictures in our regular CSR program. Second, coming to the quality of education. We work with more than 100 government schools education programs across different states of India. And in some of the places, some of the community partners like say the HPN, there are few startup support which were taken. And there's some started running this schools through digital content. The only difference is now the schools are closed. So we have asked for different apps, and these apps are used by either teacher or one of the students' parents or village. We are connecting and the rural government students are Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Karnataka, and today we have covered more than 80,000 children. Those who are at their village at their home, they have made their like before. By this time, the classes are all on the other side, and anybody can was my question. More than 80% children sitting in their village in a group of 4 to 5. They are studying. This is from class 6 onwards, class 2. In Jammu, Chhattisgarh, we are running kind of special courses for 10, 11, 12 class students who are preparing for the competitive exams. Again, these programs very on this platform of digital visa center now that are coming. But at the same time, in the old village, they are digitally being taught by my teacher. So visa center and students are across university villages. This is to tell you one thing. Last year, two of the students has more than 10 has applied for the engineering exams, and the class 12 number of the districts for the student of our six. These are all learning today in this meeting. And it is not just because it has a very good visual platform. Coming back to Roche program, we also have which was pronounced already estimated. Again, we have two types of all the locations. All the three units were in three locations. One back to in all those places, those who reach out can also collect their dry and waste separately and giving it to the municipalities and creating networks of the bank. And again, going back to the same municipality, they all are so many and they are in the details of the source. And what is the tonnage of plastic and plastic waste collected? What is the amount of quantity of waste that has been collected? And these are all like getting it's a management. That you just replace the land, you can see the results there. And all these and then we are doing n numbers of projects. Projects are on this platform, and this has a lot of satisfaction. Everybody is directly working. It is just management of villages with the government officers and those like. And as a also strategy wanted we created these are digital center and everybody comes inside signers and being officially recorded and it does a every day. If somebody comes and joins on a daily basis and he gets those without saying it's a project made of kind of and they can tell you how many of these are still here visa center services they created more than this organization farmers central federation for research and they are also trained in their businesses once ICT Academy 2 years back we started working on the visa with like 3,000 plus women by creating a federation for 20 and plus that are opening up their own schools. They all maintain this program and they get provided by the bank US have their own projects and by themselves. Seven of the teams, all these can access their cash in the bank with federation. They just have to give a call to the federation leaders. The federation leaders comes to the leaders to the home. The lady needed to go to the bank with a UID based on that UID based fingertips just with the fingertip. He or she can access that cash. It's very easier than those can deposit also. But in this situation, most of them are having to run. And they run their businesses are also flawless. And when I'm talking more than 20 lakhs of transaction has been done in all the Punjab, the Bargar district of and nearby Punjab by these seven ICT leaders who are giving this service. This was possible because this platform was giving to them. They were trained, they were having 7 year system and government are
is that it's a lot more people have visited the district collectors and other actors how this work. And this was not possible without having a district library. We have 7 SCG for us, it was possible. But this one was having a district library. So then our job is to get all this community-based institutions on their district library so that they can use this platform, leverage some things, and also create some of the innovations on the digital platforms. And what like among the digital platform or migrant workers we have supported. So ACC has supported more than lakh 75,000 migrant workers like that database or what support by sending them programs and mostly from Delhi NCR and Bombay Greater Mumbai. And now we're trying to go out there and where we can map this ICT and so migrant workers their scaling so that when they try to come back, we can help them match this basic sector so that as a sector can have a bigger idea of this that would be and another hand the migrant workers get job. This is all about when I go to the third slide. And sorry for writing the this is again about because the area CCS is a person we have these are more than 100 villages and almost 100 million beneficiary that we are reaching out on the page which are almost 10 lakhs beneficiaries like we are this is all about installation of CSR I talked about in a declaration. It's not about all CSR, it's only about ACC CSR, which is on digital platform. Now they're in results so everything is landscape. Some of the three projects those were on digital platform are still running in the respective research without coming into employed, which is creating big smile and our tech partners with research and across 90 locations. We are there from Himachal, Maharashtra, West Bengal, Jharkhand, locations, Karnataka, business. I like to take if there is some burning questions for the president or thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for all the what you covered in what one of the case study I told you about from the and have a 7 SAP registered federation in Chandrapur RCM RSS federation, which was created by NGOs just now the NGOs who are partner to us for the program. The SAG federation has acquired themselves to a different level of people. They are my student all big things they are doing. Last year they have made 70 villages without taking construction cost or avoided so much they are doing is because they will change communications. In some other locations like these open SAGs are some of them and they are now post-integrated management and they have started their own small startups and operations and they are collecting all the best people are households and then collected professional channels are providing money and you give them your just wire at home, everything totally is for the electrical skills. Many people has particular skill, maybe to understand kind of. It's like particular skill that we say, anytime you go to their sector, resource sector, give them their physical basically get their course and then we for the processing commodity products or something like that. So it is really the something that you know, yeah, this is one there. And most of the locations where we have practice, they say that I when I say you bring it all in 60 days or something like that, or as on the cooperative, looking at the state value and then looking at 5,000 plus the number of so it is almost 5 million with regard to one question, quality for reading traffic. So is there now is that going to be transformed or we have established more than 1,000 libraries in the last 2 years. And some of the books recommended by our own Indian community, those who are in India and Europe. So we are more than 50 tons of these books from there to India and it goes up to India to India. These are English publications. So books certainly not be such installations, but if almost like 57 locations where our basic is library are already in France. It's inside. We are on the process, and digital libraries are very incredible which is there in most of the systems. Students are accessing them online, but not in one location. So we'll drive up. We're taking this lesson as a cross-cutting thing across all our projects. Hopefully next years most of our projects will be similar. Thank you. One more. Cities. We have started working on some of the activities like one of the Andaman and Nicobar Island, those was something I have to do. But those were not a very long project for us. Where the first projects were great and small. But looking at this is here, basically out of my business and also my operations are almost like 5-6 hours away from the nearest airports. Those are area having high development in extremely more basic area. So we feel that our mind in that is that area then area which is already researched by lots of others. That's the reason we are moving more like private. And there are consultation also is going on. I'll give you a second example. In addition to Malwari, is almost like 500 kilometers away from the location that not meditating here. We find that quite a bit there. So now also the process are going on for like same we are making our district model very significant Jharkhand and Dharwad in Jharkhand is about 5 or 90% private sector populations. And there also same things the first and learners have been trained here and attached to some of the cities for the minor jobs. Basic here Chaivasa in money more than 500 years by the years there we trained was one of the esteemed partners is headed by life skill jobs. Life skill is not only training for human technical skills. Life skill is more about your leadership, your competencies, your potential skills, your confidence level will go up. And my college found that in last 3 years, that we got more than 50%. Those who are getting salary with high visit for more less than 50%. I'm talking about 8 pass fail, 9 pass fail, 10 pass fail student. The course of 6 months. But those 6 months they are so effective. If they don't join as something to wanted, it was a like a sales agent and they retire. Because the livelihood they can always go up and that's the approach that they can get well. And it was like it's very good job. But the will certainly provide more partnership and on innovation, we learn that project point that's very smart and we got a project name is one. So we see is over and above project CSR project. So we don't look at the project is like one of the is not only for CSR. And we this proposals from startups from startups where I personally as a advisor to three startup companies and some of the economic content social enterprise project. Like that's now all of my company is social community investments funded on the course of Javali that seven or eight projects certainly don't like the idea. But if one or two of these succeed, that can get all of them and to our country like when we were the recent example I think some of the word about the big program that is going on in Jharkhand and Odisha where AV are very frequently coming and in the facility human capitalism. So also kind of checking times get in the price and extend at the high level of the rider, high level of the demand on the other things in other vehicles and that takes more time and we have seen that 99% case influence and riders are not when I'm talking to you last 8 days, it is now implemented we started in one of the area of Odisha area with high interfaces with high story. This was so that it is protected from the private interface. It can get put into the forest so those things innovation especially with the sorting into social laws, sorting into management or anything down the right time kind of internet, especially on biodiversity. It's being put by maybe you will find that some of them are lying out, but some of them are even creating content. One of the examples are app-based mathematics app based on CPSC curriculum. It's been around 9 years. It's a very when I know that mobile and time goes and so and so on. And it's on the words. That's about thank you very much. It was a lot of questions. One last question which is from a teacher. So they're asking in the process you are being thinking about teacher training. So how as a teacher, they've been working as a teacher, how they can avail of the training what's going to be what so when you talk about sports as physical schools, academic as process, it had to dynamic process, and it had to on there, not on national test. Some of the state government has taken those states like the government has done the same. More than so most youth, this is a part of the margins. So, I have different countries in Europe and Christmas. This is where I'm getting 100 books these books. There are many books in that side. Those are the digitally trying older books and are made by teachers. I mean, our teachers, our state government teachers who are thousands of the teachers only has to come to the what are the first and by end of state government batches that are now another just in the say Singapore, France, coming out and China subject, they want mathematics and it is only more than five methods. If the teacher works in one method, maybe 50% of the students can learn 50 minutes. If she something or she solves in the second method, 30% persist. If she solves in third and fourth method, almost like 99%. Obviously, so we are taking those experts from the sector and having it in this government permission or government permission that only it is where we are working in 90 rupees and 90 rupees. We are trying to collect say say some of the other districts say I got the West India and the Myanmar districts or Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Gulbarga districts. These are the area are because our money are the resources are being discussed. My medical cannot do hybrid has to do with the activity district. So we are covering those districts and trying to benefit more teacher from government sector. And as of today, we have covered more than 10,000 teachers last 10 years by providing them some kind of methods of curriculum. They just need to spare time as well as thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your grateful session. So I may request you also to come online so and one more motivation from the department of prayer from the thank you thank you so before we close maybe here to so if you have some closing remarks, you have thank you so much again great hearing from my there is a lot of opportunity for us to be in that both now and not just that we understand that it's really strive and create that very, very tough time. And the possibility for one and also come together, come up with some good ideas and put together students, so much of resources that are available to us. Thank you very much. There is a very close so mainly from where I started, let's say if you are running any kind of software, you saw that you are running a digital organization. So you have techniques and with extent or expected like to connect the market and the program still sound for the politics. The example that you can keep saying can keep contributing without knowing it is an activity of so after movie 9, 10 yes, and people stand stands 25 miles into one these infrastructures are there. We are not able to move and much and more. But the problem is still platform is a problem by the restriction. I think it's very whenever we are doing something which is try to put that as well. And explore that and try to do that and it may very costly or ideas are costly.